What's happening, party people? Do me a favor, hit that like, thumbs up button. As you can see, I am home. Really on some personal business, taking care of a couple things that just need to be handled. You know, life has it like that. There's one or two people I'm going to try to connect with while I'm here. I'm back out of here early Sunday morning. Then I'm going to be in Vegas Wednesday and pick up on my maintenance trip from there. You guys heard the schedule a day or two ago. If you want some details about my plans to get married later on this month, I know some of you are still out there stuck on the front of that April Fool's joke video. That was an April Fool's joke. I did not get married already. I'm getting married to 26, not married yet. If you want those details, go over to the Patreon site. There's access to the details about our wedding date. On there, it's free. You don't have to have paid access to view that video. You just have to be a, registered member. Don't have to be a paid member, just a registered member. And on that Patreon site, there's several things that you can see without being a paid member. There are very few things, probably less than 5%. You have to be a paid registered member. So go ahead over there if you want to know those details. Watch that. I'm not trying to bore people here with all that stuff. Now, I do want you to know that I have parts that I need the clearance out of here. You know, parts, the S40s and these other vehicles that I don't rebuild. There are parts that I have excesses amounts of that I need to get out of here. Not giving them away, some of them, but people want them. I need to get the extra ones out of here. So the first thing I want to get rid of or get out of here, because it's already boxed up. There was a guy out in, I don't know, Connecticut or somewhere. He was asking me for this part. I told him I had it. I was traveling, didn't have access to it. I'd come home for 2 days at a time and forget about it. We finally got together after about 6 months of him consistently reminding me about it every 2 weeks or so. I boxed it up, went to send him the shipping estimate, couldn't find his information. Somehow in my pocket, my phone deleted the whole text string. I couldn't find him or nothing about it. Well, I'd sent the stuff to my daughter to do a shipping estimate, so she was able to give me everything but his phone number. I reached out to his profile on LinkedIn, couldn't find. Long story short, I have a pair of the load bars, I'll show you the picture here, for sale. There's A quality, B quality, C quality. Me, C stuff needs to be repaired just for you to use it. B quality is, hey, you can use it just the way it is, but it ain't perfect, it's beat up. A, man, I would use that myself. I'd take that to a car show like that. So I have a pair of the roof load bars for the sedan. Here's a picture of them. I will sell these things for $100 plus shipping. Last time I checked, shipping's about $40. So I'm going to list those on my website right now. You can follow the link in the description area and go buy those things if you want them. They are B quality. They don't have the locks. I don't have the key. And one of the end caps is misplaced. When I find it, I'll send it along. It's not thrown away. It's misplaced in my basement or in my garage or in my car. So if you want these, jump over there and buy them. Man, they're worth $100 in shipping. That's that. So again, I appreciate your support. Thanks. I'm going to put more stuff on my website to clear out like that. And we'll just get these useful things in the hands of people that want them or need them and can use them. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I put that V70 together, got that thing running. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's running. You could drive it. People that want to drive cars, they could drive these things every day. So hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encountered throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Time to get crack-a-lacking. I'm going to start off by, I guess, putting this fender on, jacking the car up, getting all that squared away. Then I'm going to put this tire on this side. And then I'm going to replace this radiator. Then I'm going to straighten out the hood, put on the front bumper, and take this thing for a test drive, see how it goes. I hope I have the rivets that go in this fender well, because that's jacked up. I got to take the fender well off of the other fender over there and go from there. Since both front wheels were blown out and damaged, we got a couple of wheels from the salvage yard. Actually, we got a whole set. So I had them remove the rubber from two of them. We're going to put them back here. So we're going to hook the battery up so we can load wheels up there. So let's go ahead and test this battery with the battery tester. See if the battery's good. Battery came up at 70% health, 100% charge, so we should be good to go. All this stuff back here, battery, security related, just needs to be snug. So that's all snugged. I'm going to drop this down, put the wheels back here, and change some tires. Wheel looks a little ovalized on the inside. I think the outside's chipped. But it did, did blow this tire, so we're going to go ahead and install that one on here. Look for any visible damage on the parts. Now this stuff was new, so may not have done much damage to it, but man, that hose looks bent back a little bit. Maybe because that's the way it's turned, that hose needs to be replaced. But I don't see any cracks in the control arms or nothing like that, so we may be good. Let me go ahead and give it a shake test and put this wheel on. No visible damage. We got the hood on, the fender on. The trim on the bottom is hanging out a little bit because I wasn't sure how to get that loose. I thought it was a separate piece from that piece running across the door. So I tried to pry it down, see if it would clip out, and it did something weird, and it even messed up this trim inside the door, where that's not very secure anymore. So I don't know if it was two pieces or one. It kind of feels like one, but it looks like two. So I got to get that up tighter. But I got the hood on to where it's almost aligned. It looks like the whole front end got jigged a little bit to the right. See, I got this buckle here from this thing being pushed to the right, and the hood is coming down. It's not striking center there, it's striking just to the driver's side of there, but it will close and latch. But I'm gonna go ahead and change the radiator, because the radiator got busted. If you see down there, it's split open, and that's why we had to order a new radiator, because all the coolant leaked out. So let me get this out of the way. I'm gonna take these two bolts out of the fan, take everything off the fan, lift the fan up and out of the way, and then I'm gonna see what else I got to do to get that radiator out. Looks like it bolts under the car that way, and of course it's sandwiched with the condenser. It's not a turbo, so that should make it a little easier. It appears that this radiator was replaced before. I got the fan out there. If it was installed properly, you shouldn't have to release this thing here, because the wires would be hooked on there. Just unplug stuff and you squeeze it tightly, that control unit will come past the power steering line if the power steering line is properly in the clip and pressed back, but it's a tight fit. So unhook the radiator hose, unhook the wiring, unhook this vacuum from this valve up here, unplug this valve from up here, unplug the fan. Now I need to unhook the lower radiator hose, unhook the 2 transmission lines to it, put a pan under there, and jack the car up, because I think the thing's going through the bottom. I don't think it's going through the top. But there's a bolt here and a bolt here holding some kind of clips that clip into the top of that radiator. So it might fold back and come up. We'll see. Got the hardest part of the job done. Got the lines disconnected. Squeeze, push in, squeeze in the tabs, pull out until they come out, man. Had to massage them out. Now I'm taking these 10mm bolts here, 4 corners, taking the condenser apart from the radiator, and then I'll take the 12mm bolts loose from under the car. Take the radiator down. So I got the bottom one. I need to get these 2 top ones and the bottom one on this side, and then I'll take the 2 radiator bolts out. I need to take these 2 out here. 1, 2. I don't think this middle one needs to come out. It's just holding up this switch right here. And there it is, folks. I bet I gotta keep these rubber stops in the end of it. But as you see, it tore open on this side. And I didn't realize this. And these are these brackets at the top. Probably have to take those off. But it totally blew out this side too. So that's what the inside of the radiator looks like. This does come out of here. You stick a screwdriver in there and pry open the clips and just slide it out. Break time's over. Time to see what's in this big old box. The kids said this is the biggest box they ever seen. Let's check it out. Uh-oh, there's something in here. Hey, it's another box. This is the box I was expecting to see. A normal size box. Made in China. Packed and packed some more. It looks right. Got a couple of clips here and there. Let's see if this thing is gonna fit. Let me cut loose the other straps with my knife from my buddy Willie Gillett. Let's go do it. We got hole there, hole there, hole there, bracket, bracket, clip, bracket, bracket. Hole there, hole there. Huh? Yeah, it looks very similar. Doesn't have the slits in the bottom. We got a clip on this side over here. That's not in there on that one. But we got the hole on the bottom, the transmission line clips, stuff on the top. I'm gonna try to screw that thing over there. It looks like this might fit, and as I expected, I had to take those rubber mounts out, put it over there. So let's get cracking on this, get this installed. First thing I'm gonna do is transfer these over onto there and see what else I need to do to get this installed. Not 100% sure if this is right, but this is how they were. These things are up toward the top and out toward the outer side of the car. So these slide in like this. Don't look like they'll fit in this way, so yeah, that's good. All right, now we're ready to lower this in position and hook everything back up. A little tricky getting this Chinese jigsaw puzzle back together because you got the condenser, then you got the plastic shroud that goes between the condenser and the radiator because there's no intercooler, and then you have the radiator. I started by lining up this corner here down the bottom got that started. Then I got that corner there started. Then I got this screw up here started. Then I got that screw up top started. Then I screwed them all together. And then I raised it up and I started this screw in the bottom over here, started this screw in the bottom over here. And as I rose it up, this got trapped under there. I don't know if that was because of the accident or what, but that's definitely rubbing there. So anyway, it's together and it has to be pushed out to get that off of there. Now I'm gonna hook up the hydraulic lines, the hoses, start clipping all this other stuff in here that has to be clipped in, and plug in electrical leads and add coolant. Let's get cracking. I just put these two tins in up here. I had to pry this forward to get that to line up. Then I had to reach my finger under there and lift it up to get that screw in there. So definitely some kind of torque issue there. So let me start clipping these things in and keep moving. Look like I lost a little automatic transmission fluid, but it's hard to tell how much because a lot of that's coolant. Probably, I don't know, 6 ounces or so. I don't think I'm gonna worry about that. But this is the dipstick here for it. I could check it later, top it off if I need to. Let me go ahead and lower this fan down in here, make sure it clips in right, and hook the rest of this stuff up. The bottom hose, transmission hose, went in easy. This one I had to massage in and hooked up the lower radiator hose. You could do this before you put the radiator in or after. It probably don't matter, but your fan screws into here, which looks like plastic, but there's a little nut in there. So you got to get that nut out of there and slide that nut in your radiator, or your fan won't be secured at the top. So let me pry those out of there with a small screwdriver, one on each side, or I can just push them out this way. Oh, you definitely want to install these two little nuts before you put that radiator in there, so don't do like I did. Put these in, get them out of the old radiator, put them in a new radiator before you raise that thing in there. Seems as if everything is connected. Got the bolts in up there, all these lines connected, the hose plugged in over there, the hose going across here is in its securing area. Looks like I might be missing a zip tie and a clip there, but everywhere else is clipped up and zip tied and screwed in and everything. So I'm going to put this little duct in here, put this light in here, and work on getting this bumper on here. The owner said he couldn't get his lights to turn off after the accident, and I just found a wire pulled out of the harness and frayed and stuff like that. So let me open this up, see what's going on in there. Got the headlight in. Man, that headlight looks high. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and take a lunch break, pull this tire off, put this contraption in, rivet that in, which will put that bracket on the edge for the front bumper and put that front bumper on. Moving right along. Back from lunch, let me get that front tire off and get to work on that side. Well, this side is up. I was beating on this bumper and the cracked headlight kind of came apart. I promise I didn't hit it. It just started shattering because of the vibrations. I should have took it off. Anyway, the grill presses on. It's got 4 up top, 3 in the bottom. Just presses in place. And I'm gonna take this off and put the one off the other one on there because the license plate didn't seem to be in messed up shape. Alright, let me get this pressed in place and then plug these 2 corner strips in, see if the hood will close. Let me get this thing off this jack. I got all this stuff riveted in. So I need to lower the jack, Make sure the hood closes and opens. Fill this thing up with coolant. Take it for a test drive. Poured almost 2 gallons in that coolant reservoir. It's full, so I'm gonna run it a little while, see if it burps. I had this coolant that may have been straight coolant, and then I had this distilled water. So I don't know what this breakdown of this was, because it was not a sealed container. It was sold as 100%, but since the container wasn't sealed, I don't know what it is. I don't see anything running down the driveway, so we're good to go, no leaks. Let me go ahead and close the hood and see if I can find some more clips for this and swap out that license plate deal. This hood is up quite a bit here. It's probably got bent through the jolt. It's forward quite a bit. It's hanging over the bumper a little bit. This side's out, and this has still got a gap in it, even though this is back. I pulled it back to try to get the hood to latch, the hood's latch, but it's not that good looking. Nope, I don't think this side is latched. Let me pop it and try it again. This side's definitely latched. I don't think this side is. Let's see if it'll start. It's been sitting here about 4 or 5 months, I think. Since somewhere around the end of October. I don't know if this was a Halloween accident or not, but maybe something's buzzing in here. Fire it right up. That's some kind of error message. Service airbag. Bulb filter. Position light. Tailgate open. Tailgate open. Bulb failure. Driver's door open. SRS airbag service. I think that airbag message is already there. Let's go see what light we find out. Uh-oh. It's accelerating. That's not good. It went down with the touch of the pedal. Let's see what's going on with the lights. Door's binding. I don't know why that's going on. Oh, door wasn't binding, it was hitting the bushes. Got 2 lights here. This corner light's out. I'll figure out what's going on there. And it's running its car. You pop the hood, see if I can get this at the latch. Finally ready to go on the test driving. Left my wheel stop. Let's take it.